While the world is watching Jordan, Iraq, and the Strait of Hormuz, a completely different front just opened up in a body of water. Most people could not even point to on a map. Ukraine just struck ships tied to Iran, and Iran is furious. Let's get into it. So, here's the story. Ukraine says its forces struck vessels in the Caspian Sea. I think I have pronounced it correctly. So, Caspian Sea that it believed were carrying military cargo, specifically shipments moving from Iran to Russia. Now, remember the Caspian isn't some random patch of ocean. It's the water route that connects Iran directly to Russia, and it's been a quite but important supply line throughout the Ukraine war. If Iran's been sending military supplies to Russia by sea, that route runs right through here, which is exactly why Ukraine would have a motive to strike it. Cutting off supply lines isn't about the battlefield in Ukraine. It's about choking off help before it ever gets there. But Iran tells a very different story. What is the story? Iranian officials are disputing Ukraine's characterization entirely, saying at least one of the vessel hit was a commercial ship, not a military one. And this isn't just a war of words. Iran said the strike killed one sailor and injured another. That's a real casualty on a ship in a conflict that up until now hadn't directly involved Ukraine at all. So you have got two completely different narratives. Ukraine framing this as a legitimate strike on a military supply line, and Iran framing it as an attack on ordinary commercial shipping that cost a sailor his life. And whichever version is true, the fallout is the same. Iran is directing sharper, angrier rhetoric toward Kyiv than we have heard before. Here's why this matters more than a single skirmish. Right now, Iran is already fighting on multiple fronts, trading strikes with the US and its allies in Jordan and Iraq, and logged in a stand-up over the Strait of Hormuz. Add Ukraine into that mix, and Iran suddenly has a third active flashpoint, one that's geographically now here near its other conflicts and involves a country it had not been trading fire with before. And for Ukraine, this is a notable shift too. Ukraine's war has almost entirely played out against Russia, taking action against Iranian-linked shipping, even framed as cutting off Russia's supply chain, pulls Kyiv into a second adjustment conflict it didn't ask for. So, the real question is, does this stay a one-off incident or does it become an actual pattern? If Iran keeps shipping military supplies to Russia to the Caspian and Ukraine keeps striking those routes, so you could be looking at a slow building side war layered right on the top of everything already happening between Iran, US and Israel. And that's the theme running through basically every story this week. This conflict isn't staying contained, it's keep finding new fronts. So that's the situation in the Caspian disputed strike. A dead sailor, two very different stories, and a brand new flashpoint between Ukraine and Iran. Whether this fades quietly or turns into something bigger, we will be tracking it. Drop your take in the comments. Do you think Ukraine just opened a second front it didn't need? Subscribe to stay on top of it, and I will see you in the next one.